Hello, my name's Solon, and what I'm going to talk about today is about how to have better teeth with no extra cost and no extra effort. First things first, I'm not a dentist. I'm not a tooth expert of any kind. I'm just going to tell you what worked for me and probably would work for anyone. Let's start with my story. When I was a kid, I ate a lot of junk food. I had lots of cavities. I started using a hard bristle toothbrush. The dentist would say I have great looking teeth and a cavity. One thing I found out on my own, by the way, is that after a while, a hard bristle brush makes your teeth temperature sensitive. So I switched to a softer bristle brush. But another thing that the dentist would always say is, do you drink coffee, soft drinks, or tea? And I didn't. I didn't drink any of those things. But for some reason, my teeth were always stained yellow. I mean, there was no consistent food. I had a varied diet. I don't understand why my teeth were always stained. Um, I tried mouth whitening toothpastes, electric toothbrushes, and other mouthwashes, and nothing helped. So that's my whole life. So a few years ago, with this long history, something occurred to me. See, I have a degree in chemistry, and if you want something to happen, you give it more time. The longer you put two chemicals together, the more the reaction is going to go to completion. So what if the problem wasn't with the products I'd used, but the length of time they got to do their jobs? So mouthwashes say they do a whole lot, but to only keep it in your mouth for a little while. And with the strong flavors in both mouthwashes, I didn't want to keep them longer than I had to. And who wants to stand in front of a sink just waiting around with mouthwash? Then I looked at my own toothpaste, and here's what it said. It said it works on cavities, plaque, tartar, sensitivity, gums, whitens your teeth, strengthens your enamel, and it freshens your breath. And it's like, well, that's also doing the job of mouthwash. It's not just toothpaste, it does everything. So that's when I had the idea. A thought occurred to me. How could I give the ingredients more action time without spending time in front of my sink brushing? Ready for the idea? Well, when you're in the shower, is your mouth open or closed? Generally, it's closed as you don't want the soap to run into your mouth. You've washed your hair, you've washed your face. You don't want soap in your mouth. That tastes even worse than mouthwash. How long do I shower? Over 5 minutes easily. So that's 5 minutes with my mouth shut. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not doing anything. Um, so what to do? My new routine was to eat breakfast in the morning, brush my teeth, then take a shower. And I keep the toothpaste in my mouth until the end of the shower. What are the results for the last 2 years? No cavities. My teeth are whiter. I have shorter dentist cleanings. My dental hygienist actually said after the first 6 months of me doing this, what are you doing differently? And I told her exactly what I was doing. I'm brushing the same way I've always brushed. I'm not brushing more, didn't have a different toothbrush. The only thing I've changed was I'm holding the toothpaste in my mouth while I shower. Uh, Another hygienist took over, and every time I see him, he says it looks really good and there's no signs of tartar buildup. Uh, so it looks like it's working. Um, Now, let me repeat, I'm not a dentist. I'm just relating my story. But if you've had some teeth issues that you couldn't resolve, if you want the same effects as a mouthwash but with just toothpaste, try it. It's no extra cost, it's no extra effort. You're not buying any other products than what you're already using. By the way, don't swallow the toothpaste. Good luck.